Welcome to the Ryoko Show, the podcast that inspires and empowers you to create the life you truly love. I'm Ryoko. Today, we are diving into the incredible power of visualization and how it can positively transform your life. Visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental images of what you want to achieve, your best life. It's like creating a detailed movie in your mind using all your senses to imagine living your dream as if it has already come true. If you find it challenging to create images, that's okay. You can imagine the sounds you would be hearing when you live your best life. It can be people applauding you saying congratulations or good job, or you hear music. So the goal is to make it as vivid and real as possible. If you want to manifest a partner, imagine the qualities that you want them to have rather than just imagining yourself with the partner. Also, when you visualize, it's important to tune into feelings. You want to feel the feelings you would be feeling when you are living this dream life. Imagine the sensations in your body as if you are already living your dream. Feel excitement bubbling in your chest, peace, fulfillment radiating from within, joy lighting up your face, love and gratitude filling your heart. To achieve different results in life, you need to make different choices. Take inspired action. What I mean by inspired action is taking actions based on a deep sense of inner knowing, intuition, or inspiration, rather than solely on logical reasoning or external validation. Your inner knowing, your intuition, knows the path you are meant to take. Trusting and following it can lead to remarkable transformations in your life. When I was a high school student, that was the first time I actually practiced visualization for the first time. Without knowing what I was doing was visualization. And of course, I had no idea that visualization will help you manifest the life you want much faster because you are focusing on what you want and you are vibrating high. But what I did was just to imagine myself being in America, studying with American students, speaking English and doing homestay and having fun and experiencing different things in my life. So as I was doing this visualization, slowly, ideas started to come. That time, we didn't have internet or email yet, so I had no idea how to find information on universities in America or how to apply for universities, what requirements, what I needed to do to apply for universities. But one day, I told myself, we have embassy, we have American embassy in the city, so if I call them, maybe they might be able to help me, and which they did. When I called them, they told me that they have this library section next to the embassy, and I don't need to make an appointment. I just needed to go to the embassy, and I could look through some books, and if I needed, I could make photocopies. So I said, this is perfect. And because they don't accept any card, I needed to have coin. So I skipped school because embassy opens when I needed to go to school. So I told my teacher that I was feeling sick and I skipped school. I went to bank, I got a lot of change, and then I went to the embassy and I made photocopies of all the universities that I was interested in. And like I said, because we didn't have email at that time, I wrote a very simple letter asking for information, how to apply for university, what I needed to do to apply, and in very limited, simple English. And I made a bunch of copy of that one letter and I mailed them. And slowly, mails were coming to my house. And my mom saw that like letters from America started to come, and she realized how serious I was. She thought that I was just saying that I wanted to go to university in America, but she didn't think that I was serious. And my teacher also, he was really encouraging me to apply for university in Japan because I had good grades to apply for that university. So he thought that it's sensible to apply for that university because everybody wanted to go to that university. But I told my teacher, that is not my dream. My dream is to be fluent, to master English, and that university is not going to help me. So I want to go to the States, and I am going to the States. And I remember my high school teacher saying, nobody went to university in the States from this high school, and that's very uncommon. And because I was doing this visualization and having fun, imagining that I am living that life in America, I didn't feel upset. I just said, if it's uncommon, then I'll be the first student who went to university in America from this high school. So none of the obstacles, I didn't see them as obstacles. I just saw them as something that I needed to do in order to make my dream come true. And the biggest part was that my mom, she changed her mind and she supported me because I was committed to save money. I got a part-time job, but I knew as a high school student with the part-time job, I knew that there is only so much money I could save. But I was committed to my dream. I was willing to get a job after graduating from high school to save money to go to university in the States. When I mentioned this to my mom, she agreed to support me for 2 years, which was a big deal because initially I was going to save all the money to support myself for 4 years in the States, and she agreed to support me for 2 years. And actually, she ended up paying for all the tuition, but at that time, I was so happy. At that time, she said only 2 years, but even 2 years, I manifested this big help. And as for homestay, initially I wanted to do a homestay with a family that had a dog, but I couldn't get that family. So when I went to the States, I stayed with this wonderful lady, and she had another international students staying with her. So it wasn't exactly what I dreamed. I wanted to have mom, dad, and then children and dog. But still, I didn't give up on this homestay. So I was looking for an opportunity to change homestay. And then I was mentioning that I really want to live with the family that had a dog. And ideally, I want to have this family, mom, dad, and children. And when I was mentioning this to my friend, she told me that she knows another friend who was looking for a housemate. So I went to that friend's house. I met the host family and they accepted me. So I could switch homestay, and I ended up having that family that I was visualizing. I had this experience of living with the dog. I've never had this experience of having a pet, and let alone that pet being in the house. At that time in Japan, it was not that common to keep pet inside. People who had dog, they would keep dogs in the backyard. So it was a very unique experience for me, and I loved that homestay host family's dog. She was so beautiful. She was always there when I came home from school, and I just had wonderful experience with this host family. Another time I practiced visualization is when I was learning how to dance salsa. I love salsa dancing, but I was so intimidated to go to social nights because at social nights you're supposed to switch partner and you dance with different people, and different leaders have different techniques, so you don't know what comes next. And it was hard for me to first of all, it was so intimidating for me to ask someone to dance, and also not being good at salsa dancing yet, it was so scary to follow different leaders. So I just went to school. I took classes, but I never went to social dancing, but I wanted. So I said, why don't I use that visualization? So before I went to school, I visualized that I am dancing at social event, following different leaders, and I am able to follow different leaders, enjoying music and not watching my feet or constantly guessing what's coming next. So I was visualizing this, and maybe in about 3 or 4 months, we finally had this social event, because that time was during COVID. So social nights were not allowed, and we are not allowed to switch partners. But in July, August 2022, we finally had this opportunity to go to social nights. And I was feeling this discomfort. Like I didn't want to go to social nights, and all my classmates were inviting me, and I said no. But then I told myself, I did this visualization and I want to improve my salsa dancing, and they are inviting me. So the next time when they invite, I am gonna go. And I did that. And finally, when I was dancing with different people, I was like, this is exactly what I visualized, that I am following different leaders, having fun and meeting different people, and I am actually dancing salsa outside of this controlled environment. Because in class, it's easy to follow, because teachers show you what steps and what moves, and we know what to expect. But at social night, I was able to follow different leaders, and I was like, this visualization, it works. And then I started to use it every time I want to manifest something in life. So I understand from my own experience that where you focus, your energy goes. That's what Bob Proctor said. Where your focus goes, your energy goes. And we need to raise our vibration, tune into that feeling. So whatever you want to manifest in life, focus on what you want and visualize. Imagine you are living that life that you desire in this moment. What feelings would you feel? Tune into that feeling. So feeling joy, fulfillment, gratitude, peace, love, those feelings have high frequencies. And when you are tuning to that emotional state, your vibration is high and you are matched to your dream life. So use this visualization and let visualization inspire you to take more actions, because actions are the only ways you can create change. Visualizations help, but actions are required. So incorporate this visualization in the morning, at night, and just give it a try and see how you feel different, and you can focus on what you want during the day when you start your day with visualization. And before going to bed, end your day with visualizing, living your dream life in that moment, tuning into your feeling, and let your subconscious mind bring everything that you need to make your dream a reality. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review. And if you haven't already, go to the show notes and grab a free guide to build a foundation to transform your life. Until next time, keep shining.